And welcome back to more Bowser's Fury. Last time, we found even more of the remaining cat shines, so this time, we only have a few more to collect, starting with another Fury Shadow fight. So this can be a little bit tricky, because of the ice physics. But as long as you have Bowser Jr. set to help, this probably won't be too difficult. It's already down to a third of its health, just because of Bowser Jr. And we have only one more to find in this area, and it is behind these Fury blocks. So let's scan this Bowser amiibo once more. And while we're waiting for him to destroy the blocks, I realized I never actually talked about what the other amiibo do. So scanning the Cat Mario amiibo will give you a variant of the cat power-up that makes you invincible as well. Scanning Cat Peach will give you a random power-up, and scanning Bowser Jr. Will cause him to use a shockwave attack similar to a POW block. I actually don't want to collect this yet, because we still have one more shine to collect on the floating island over by Slipskate Slope. Alright, so from here, the island is this way, so let's jump over and collect the final shine here. By the way, you actually can't fast travel while falling for some reason, so we do have to drop all the way down here first. And let's warp back to the castle. I do like how the Fury blocks stay destroyed, so you can leave and come back later. It makes it really easy to collect some of the Bowser shines a little bit faster. And with that, we only have 3 more to find. And 2 of them should be at Roiling Roller Isle. So there's another switch, but first I want a Tanuki suit. So this challenge is kind of intimidating because we have to carefully platform over lava while also making it to the cat shine with enough time to spare. So let's fly over here and collect the cat shine. With a Tanuki suit, that wasn't too bad, but I imagine it would be a lot tougher otherwise. So there's a cat shine over there, and since we have to wait for the area to change anyway, let's go collect that one next. So from here, I think we need to go around this area, like so. And I think what we have to do is jump out of the water like so, and jump off of Plessie to make it over here. I'm not sure if it's actually possible to make that jump with Plessie, but I've never managed to do that. So let's jump up here and collect another cat shine. And with that, we only have one more to find. Alright, so our final cat shine at Roiling Roller Isle is another key. Thankfully, this time they give you the propeller boxes, so we can skip a lot of this. This definitely trivializes this whole area, being able to fly freely, like so. But it's nice, since we've already climbed up here once. I do like how they tend to make areas a little bit easier to navigate on future visits. It kind of makes sense since you've already traversed this once. Alright, so at the top of this is the key. Alright, I'm having a little bit of trouble making this jump. But from here, you have this key, and if you don't have a Tanuki suit, this would obviously be a lot tougher because you'd actually have to carry this down. Again, the keys will disappear if they hit water, so we do need to be careful to actually land over here. Congratulations! You've collected all of the cat shines. A message is ringing out from the Gigabell. You are ready. Go! Cleanse the beast of its fury with the full power of the cat shines. And of course, it is now raining again. So let's make our way over to the bells. Closest one is over here. And we have one more fight with Bowser. So let's carefully make our way back over to the Wasteland Gigabell, and see how this goes. And this is the true final battle. So, no matter how much damage you've dealt to him by collecting cat shines up to this point, he will automatically be at full health for this fight. He also looks different as well. So yeah, this is definitely a slightly longer fight, but it's not particularly difficult. Most of his attacks are relatively similar to how they were in the first version of the final boss. So we have this attack here. That's not how I thought that was going to go, but that worked out really well, actually. So yeah, more than anything, this fight is a lot longer, because he's not at half health like he was the last time we fought him here. The fight itself is very similar. Use the pillars and other techniques to quickly knock him down for a ground pound. Like so. I think we can even kick these at him, like that. So it looks like he's about down to half health. Alright, that was interesting. The knockback did not work as intended. But luckily there are still more Gigabells in the area to collect. So yeah, if he uses the pillar attacks a lot, that actually speeds things up quite a bit, like so. Alright, so we are almost done here. Only a few more hits should do it. And yeah, being able to toss the pillars also helps a lot. Alright, so I think we need one more pillar and one more ground pound, maybe? Oh, that did not work how I thought it would. That's fine. That's maybe not fine. I tried that again on purpose this time, and that actually does work really well. Alright, so he's still not quite defeated, so a few more hits should do it. And it's time for Phase 2 again. So compared to the first fight, this one actually is a lot tougher. I can see this going pretty poorly. Conceptually it's the same, we need to deal 4 hits, but Bowser is a lot more aggressive this time. I feel like this first phase probably won't be too bad, but in the later phases we will probably take damage a few times. Alright, so far so good, that's one. The first time I played through this, I basically burned through all of my power-ups on this fight. Just to use them as extra hits, basically. But yeah, that's a lot more spikes than last time. Kind of keep an eye on your power-ups, basically. Case in point, if you have a lot of boomerang flowers or fire flowers, now's the time to use them, because they're really not useful for much else beyond extra hits at this point. Yeah, this is very intimidating. Even though it's very similar to the first fight, it does feel a lot different because of just how much more you have to actually dodge from moment to moment. Like, that's a lot more stuff there. Alright, so that's 2. So we're halfway there, but we are far from the end. So yeah, taking damage there, Bowser immediately flew off, which kinda sucks. But yeah, I really like this fight. It's so simple, in terms of how it plays out, but it's so cool, and like the scale of this fight also is very neat. That almost worked like I wanted it to. I was trying to dive out, but it didn't quite work. But yeah, this is a very, very difficult fight, compared to the first time. It makes sense, and I like having a true final boss, actually. A lot of times when you have to replay final bosses in Mario games, it's just the same fight again, so I actually do like having this fight be a lot more challenging. Even if, case in point, we are actually struggling quite a bit here to keep up with them. Because there's a bit of a delay when activating a power-up, that's why I tend to use them a little bit early, just in case. There he goes again. Dodging to the side actually works pretty well. The problem is when he starts using fire and the spikes, because then it's hard to actually dodge all that. I'm surprised the game gave that to me, but I'm glad we were still able to deal that damage.
Oh.
So the ending and the credits actually don't change, but there are two things that are different once we reach the end of the credits. I also wanted to take a quick moment to say that I still really like this ending. I didn't really talk about it the first time through the credits because I was talking about like the game itself a bit more, but I really like this ending. I like how charming and lighthearted it is compared to the seriousness of the game itself. But since the credits themselves are basically the same, I think we are going to skip ahead. So the first difference is the picture at the end of the credits, but something else changes if you reload your file. For collecting every cat shine and defeating Bowser again, every time you have the cat power-up, Mario has his Giga Cat Mario appearance, instead of the regular Cat Mario appearance. Bowser Jr. also has a cat form now as well. I actually can't really center the camera on him because he keeps rotating with the camera, sadly. But yeah, that's really cool. Even the Koopa Clown car has whiskers. Plessy is unchanged though, since Plessy already changed the first time through the ending. It reminds me a lot of like Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine, where the only post-game rewards are mostly cosmetic, like the triple jump in 64 and the special outfit in Sunshine. But I do like having a post-game reward. Also, this game is a fairly easy one to actually get 100%, so even though there isn't much of a reward, it's not really that necessary because the journey itself is relatively enjoyable. It's not a very long game, and there aren't really that many cat shines that are particularly difficult to find. So yeah, it is definitely a game I could recommend going for 100%, because it's still a lot of fun. And definitely, the game definitely tries to make it easier by allowing fast travel and marking cat shines on the map. So yeah, with that, we have reached the end of Bowser's Fury, for real. This was a lot of fun. I still really like this and still recommend it, especially if you haven't played 3D World as well. But with that being said, that's the end of this journey. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for something different.